is Esther Patrick Mboya, a representative of group number 2. I'm here to give a short script about administration and management projects. Through the members of group number 2, we have decided to visit two areas, which one is a private sector and the other is a government institute, which is Tanzania Tobacco Processing Company and Work Training Institutes. I'll start with Tanzania Tobacco Processing Company. Here is a short background of Tanzania Tobacco Processing Companies. TTPL is a private company owned by the Universal Leaf Tobacco Company of America, USA. Its headquarters is in Morogoro Municipal, 200 west of Dar es Salaam, 400 kilometers east of capital Dodoma. At convergence of main roads from Arusha, Dodoma, and Iringa, and Dar es Salaam. The central railway lines as well as closed from the major tobacco growing region of Tabora in western Tanzania. The entity was private in 1997. Initial the organization was established in 1968 as a public company registered under the title Tanzania Tobacco Processing Company in 1968 to 1985 and became a department of TTPL from 1985 till 1997. The company has three main departments, namely Production, Engineering, and Administration. Tobacco Processing Company is a branch which is located in Morogoro, Tanzania, responsible for collecting raw tobacco and processing it. Also provide tobacco products to its tobacco dealers. Also provide tobacco products to its main tobacco dealers such as China, Japan, USA, and Tanzania Cigarette Company. Organization and management of the Tobacco Processing Company. Here is a short illustration of the organization and management of Tobacco Processing Company. I will display it on the board. Organization and management of the Tobacco Processing Company. Here is a short illustration of this. First, at the top level, we are starting with managing director, whereby the middle level we have the factory director and group financial manager. The factory director can be represented by FD, and the group financial management can be represented by FM. Whereby, through the FD and FM, we have some departments, which involves the Department of Engineering, also we have the Department of Processing and the Department of Procurement. The Department of Engineering involves electrical engineering and mechanical engineering, whereby the Department of Processing involves the processing of quality and quantity products of tobacco, and also the Procurement Department, it involves supplying of the tobacco. Continue with the management of human resources in TTPL company. Human resource management is a term used to describe formal system devised for the management of people within an organization. The responsibility of human resource management fall into three major areas: employee compensation and benefits, and also defining or designing of the work. In TTPL company in Morogoro, they use different techniques to improve human resources management in their enterprises, and it is assumed that the main asset of any organization lies in its people. Quality, production, customer satisfaction, and the image of the company depend largely on training, coordination, and motivation of its staffs. Staff relation, motivation, and workers committee of firm. Staff relation. Staff relation of TTPL is good to each worker. The general manager can communicate with any department without any bureaucracy. Also, the members, they have freedom to meet with factory director without any restrictions. Not only the good relationship between the TTPL company, but there is also a good relationship of workers between them and other companies such as the Tanzania Cigarette Company. Motivation. In the TTPL company, motivation is done through provision of growth certificates, free health services to the workers, and also upgrading the position. Workers Committee. In TTPL committee, there are workers committee which are categorized according to the following. The top committee, which was displayed to the diagram, how the top committee meet and how do they conduct their meeting. Example, the managing director, which is the top committee, and the middle committee, and this one the first class. The managing director, is the top level, and the middle level, which is FD and FM, they do meet and conduct their meetings, whereby also the departments also meet meet on different days also and conduct their meeting concerning the office merges. Challenges facing TTPL. Since TTPL is a private institution under the Ministry of Agriculture, but also it is overseen by other ministers such as Environmental Ministry, which has set acts and policies which limit the company to fully utilize the land for production of raw materials. Also, the management in one way or the other has contributed to some challenges. Example, the high taxes set for the company. Conclusion. TTPL has contributed much in the development of the national economy through exploitation of tobacco to other countries such as China, Japan, and also through tax payments. Thank you. I would like to welcome another member from more elaboration.
Okay, my name is Musiga Albert Philemon. I'm going to explain on the second part on the Institute of Training. Now, the introduction of the Working Training Institute. This is an institute which deals with training pertaining matters of electricity, road construction, vehicle mechanics, and building construction. The institute is under the government since in 1974. Now let us see the organization of an institute. The institute organization starts with the principal, who is the head of the institute, followed by the vice principal, the heads of the departments. Now, as the principal start here, who is the institute, I mean the organizer of each and everything at the institute, followed by the vice, and then the heads of departments. Now, at the training institute, there are different departments, which include the accountant department, and the training department. There is administration department, there is estate, there is project. Now, those all departments work together with the vice principal and the principal in order to achieve the pertained goal of the institute. All organizations are being performed by the departments. Under these departments, there are different workers which work together with all the heads of departments and the vice chancellor and the principal in order to achieve the goals of the department. And now let us see the techniques which are used by the training institute in order to achieve their goals. The Work Training Institute has some technique which help in organization to attain their objective goal. One of them is providing the internal training, in-house training. This is done whereby all the workers are being provided with different training which enable them to work in order to achieve their goals. Another one also, there is development of good communication skills between the workers and the top level. At the institute, there is a development of communication whereby the information is being moved from the bottom level, means those small workers, to the top level, so that the relationship can be kept and the communication can be well done. Also, the institute has developed teamwork. In order to achieve the goal, there is a good teamwork between the workers and the heads of the institute. So this is done and the aimed goal is being achieved in such way. Now let us see the human resource management at the training institute. This includes the management of equipment and human in order to achieve the goal. The human resource management is being faced by different problems. One of them is destruction of different structures at the institute. This may include the destruction of transport system, the destruction of building system, and the other property which are being owned by the institute. Also, the use of outdated facilities such as machines, for example, the vehicles which are outdated, and some buildings which are out of use nowadays. This is one of the problems which is encountered at the institute. Also, there is no good connection between citizens and the organization. This may cause the performance of the institute being low, since the citizens do not offer the good information to the institute in case of theft and destruction of other structures. They don't offer the information to the institute. Now let us see the staff relation, motivation and the workers committee of the institution. In the work training institutes, in case of relation, there is a good and positive relationship between the workers and the leaders at the top. This is done in order to achieve the maximum goal which is being aimed at the institute. There is a good relationship between the bottom workers and the heads of the institute. Organization of the work is being done by the teamwork in order to achieve the goal. The organization at the training institute is generally of the good and they are of the positive relation, since the workers of the bottom are able to communicate with the top leaders. Let us see the financial management at the work of the training institute. The work training institute financial management is done through the different departments such as business department and all the other departments. This is concerned with the collection of all funds which are being brought at the institute. The institute receives its financial support from the government and from other projects which has been run by the institute. This includes the road funds and the government funds. Now, from the funds, let us see how the Tanzania policies, laws affect the training institute. Different laws and policies established by the government have different effects on the institute, since the institute depends on the government to establish different laws. For example, the matter of providing employment, the institute depends on the government to offer employment and to employ some employees who are working at the institute. So in case the government do not provide employment, means that the number of employees is going to be low, and therefore there will be low performance of the work. So this is how the government have the effect on the institute. Also, as the government is the one providing the financial, in case the government delay to offer the financial fund to the institute, also the salaries of the workers is going to be delayed. So the government have the very great effect to the institute. Now, after coming from the law and the policies, how do it affect the institute? Let us see the similarities between those two institutions which our project was dealing. Means the Tanzania Tobacco Processing Company and the Training Institute. The first one, they are both institutions are facing the problems of financial, meaning that the training institute depends on the government for its financial. Also, the tobacco company depends on its top leaders to provide the financial, and these ones are not in Tanzania. So in case they delay to offer the funds, the work is going to be delayed. The other one is the poor communication between the top leaders and the bottom workers. All these institutions are affected by this. Now let us see the general conclusion of the project. The TTPL and the training institution are both organizations which deal with the provision of service and goods to the citizens, which results in providing living standard of people, since both institutions are offering different job opportunities to the citizens. So in order to achieve the maximum goal, the government should offer the maximum cooperation between these two institutions and should work hard by providing the funds in order to support all of these institutions. Thank you.
My name is Gwamaka Teddy Monsile. I'm a chairperson of this group.
My name is Esther Patrick Mboya.
My name is Valence Joseph Mruma.
My name is Peace Nyemere.
Lemu Newton.
Yeah, my name is Toima Mamus.
Aule Jacob.
Elisha Johnson.
Mwesiga Albert.
Simeo Peter.
Kitiku Julian.
Ilumbo George.
Justin Ezekiel.